XXFM.
This is Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.
Good Sunday morning. You are listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth, welcoming a first-timer to the program. She is the senior pastor delegate at New Light Church. Please welcome Dr. Irishea Hilliard.
Hello, it's
better known as Dr. I.
Dr. I. That's
good
the
morning.
easy part. Good morning. It's so good to be with you this morning.
It's so good to be with you this morning. Can you give us a quick word on this Sunday morning?
You know, a word. Let's see. Go to church this morning for sure. Let's do that. Let's go to church.
Go live Jesus.
If I said a word, I'd say let's be intentional about living. Make sure that every day you're doing something intentional to live a great life and be a great person.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And that is something that you and your mom, the great Pastor Bridget Hilliard of New Light Church, is doing with your third annual Back to School Bash.
Exciting. You know, this year we've expanded. We're doing our Back to School Bash, and then we've got something that we also did this weekend for girls. And so I'm just excited because the Back to School Bash gives us an opportunity to reach out to the community, give free haircuts, free hairstyles.
Yeah.
We have stylists that are actually braiding hair. We have girls that come in and do eyebrow arching for the girls just to prepare them for that first day of school. And we give away a laptop every hour.
What?
Yes.
Shut
every
up.
hour. It's from 3 to 8 p.m. on August 20th. And so every hour we'll be giving away a laptop. And then as a parent who has a kid in sports, it's hard to find that physical for cheap. We've got a doctor on site that day on August 20th who'll be doing physicals. She'll be doing physicals for only $25. You can get your child's school physical just for $25. That's the only cost that you have to have. Everything else is free.
Look at that.
It's amazing.
It is a one-stop shop for going back to school. No,
Right.
that's really, really awesome.
Yeah, it's, and so a lot of the companies that work with us and the stylists bring in supplies so that, there's shampoo and conditioner for the girls to take after the fact. We just ask that the parents bring the girls with their hair clean, tangle-free, free of oil products, and they can get service. We have about 6 different hairstyles. I mean, the stylists really go out of their way to make sure that the girls go back to school looking great. They'll flat iron their hair, they'll braid their hair in like 2 or 3 or 4 different braid styles.
Mm-hmm.
It's really amazing. Now, we don't do the whole full head of individual braids,
Right.
so that we can service as many, because thousands are there, and normally we're servicing at least 700 kids between the barbers and the stylists who give of their time that day to make sure that we're a blessing to the community.
Indeed, you are a blessing to the community. So right now, save the date for the 20th.
Yes.
From 3 until 8 at New Light Church.
North Campus.
The North Campus.
Yes.
So that's 1535 Greensmark Drive,
Right.
the North Campus there. This is going to be amazing. A laptop every hour.
Yeah.
Haircuts for the boys, to get the girls, get the hair done. And you're providing with school supplies.
Absolutely. We'll give away school supplies. And really, it's for kindergarten, 5-year-old kindergarten through 12th graders. And we've done other stuff for the next generation. We started our kickoff really with taking about 22 girls on a shopping trip to make sure that, they went through several different programs to be selected through our Girls' Rites of Passage, as well as our Love City campground that we had this summer that we opened up. And so our church really is concerned about not just talking about the problems in our next generation, but making sure we have a solution to the problems that exist in our next generation.
I love that. You're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to Dr. I from New Light Church. They're having the Back to School Bash, their third annual Back to School Bash on the 20th. What day is the 20th? That's a Sunday.
It's a
so,
Sunday,
so that'll be
and
next
most
Sunday.
of the school districts go back to school that Monday. So
Okay.
it's not like we're doing hairstyles and then they've got
Like
to
2
wear it
days
a
later,
week.
right? Right. So
they
that
really
next day.
are fresh for school the next day. And I love that our barbers even take time to do designs in the hair. Because, you think, okay, free haircut, they're just going to do the simple fade. No, they take time to make sure that the kids are enjoying their moment. We see it as a time of mentoring. We see it as a time of care for the next generation. So it's it's going to be exciting.
It is exciting. Now, I am very anxious to know more about B's girls shopping trip. I mean, we were talking a little bit about it off mic, off the record. So tell me about this B's Girls Foundation and this shopping trip that you all did.
So my parents have always had a heart to give. They give behind the scenes most of the time. And this year, my mom wanted to, she turned 60 last year. And so she wanted to expand on this B Girls Foundation that we started for her. And in part of that was we selected 22 girls to take them shopping. They all have a budget of $1,000 a piece. And we found girls in our church, adults, ladies that are going to help them with their shopping. So we rented a coach bus. We're taking them to the Galleria Mall. They'll have money to spend to buy their school clothes so that they go back in style. It's going to be great. And we've got accountants. We have, I think, one of the girls is an accountant. One of the girls is a stylist. One of the girls, we have about 18 ladies who have committed their Saturday tax-free weekend to make sure these girls go back to school empowered and mentored. And so we have a full day plan for them.
That's going to be that's great. I mean, my heart is so full right now. It's literally tingling. Because of all of the great things that you all are giving back for the community. What a church should do.
Absolutely. You know, most people think that our church is just about prosperity, and we are, that we use our faith for, you know, to live an abundant life, but we go by the statement that we're blessed to be a blessing. And so we're blessed to make sure that somebody else can experience the blessings of the Lord. Somebody else can experience the goodness of God, not just in our conversations, but in our actions. A couple of the girls that we've selected, one girl, her mom just went to be with the Lord. Her mother passed. And so, you know, normally in times like this is when you want your mom to be there. And so we want to make sure that she's covered in this season and not having to wonder how she's going to pick out her school clothes. Will another adult lady be there to help her? We made sure that's covered. I've got another little girl that's a part of the group that her mother's having a really serious health challenge. And when I called her mom and told her that we wanted to be a blessing to her, her mom said, "Oh, you just don't know how much this means to me. She's been taking care of her brothers for me since I can't do it." So the ability to pour into this group, to say somebody cares about you, somebody sees what you're doing, somebody believes in you, I know they're going to go back to school this year empowered and ready to be the best that they can be.
Indeed. You're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to Dr. I from New Light Church. I want to switch gears for a second because I'm anxious. I haven't talked to anyone in the church about this, their thoughts on what I am about to ask you. With the current gentleman who is occupying the White House, the Republican Party, you know, they've always ran on, you know, we're the party of family values. We're the party of morals. You know, we are Christians. We follow the teachings of Christ. And it seems as though with this past election, and the guy that's in there who represents the Republican Party, who is the party of family values, morals, and followers of the teachings of Christ, it seems as though they gave all of that up for this man, because I look at the things that he has done and said, and I don't think that Jesus would do or say any of the things that this man has done or said. So your thoughts on the Christians who voted for him and probably continue to support him? Like, what? How is one supposed to take another serious when this man is totally against everything that you are for?
Yeah, you know, the unfortunate part is that, you know, there are blinders onto some of the things that he doesn't do right. But I think what we have to come together as a country, as Christians, is what the Bible instructs us to do, and that is to pray for our leadership. Whether you like him, whether you don't like him, whether you voted for him or didn't vote for him, we understand as Christians the power of prayer. And if our nation never needed prayer before, this is a season that we have to pray for him. And the Bible doesn't say pray for him if you agree with him. It says pray for those who are in authority over you. And so I think a lot of times we can get distracted by his actions and his tweets and his posts, which can be quite shocking. We can get distracted because you want some Christian leaders to say, no, he is wrong. No, he lied. No, he didn't do that.
Yeah.
Instead of just holding like he's this perfect person when he's not. Instead of us nitpicking, I think where we get our strength from is if we focus and say, this is the time our nation needs prayer. Our nation needs covering. Our leaders need covering. I mean, there's something I saw in the news today that I just said, Lord, cover our land. And that's what the scripture tells us to do. And I think that's the best answer is we as a people, all, and I'm not just talking about color of people. I'm talking about if you have the gift of prayer, we have to pray for him. We have to pray for our nation. We have to pray for those who are in authority over us so that our prayers can avail over all the foolishness and all that other stuff.
Dr. I, thank you for that, making my mind a little more relaxed. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. We should pray for him.
That's it.
That's
it. I mean, and he needs our prayers. He needs our nation needs
I
our
haven't
prayers.
given any, and Lord, I'm like, Lord, please, you know my heart. Help me.
Yeah.
Please get these, bad thoughts of this man out of my head. Help me, Lord. But thank you, Dr. I, for helping me. That's a better understanding.
That's
now.
the place. Is I think we can be unified in our prayers and not a party, but we're praying for the authority, praying for our nation, praying. We have it written on everything. God bless America, one nation under God. Then let's really take that and pray. And no matter whether you believe a person's lifestyle, a person's choices, they still need prayer. They need somebody to say, I love you enough to cover you. I love my nation enough to cover you with prayer, and just send up a word. God, cover this land. When you're in your prayer time, since it's Sunday, God, cover the land.
Cover the land.
Cover the president. Even if you don't want to call his name, cover the president.
And we want you to cover the land for the third annual Back to School Bash that's happening at New Light Church, the North Campus. That's a 1535 Green Marks Drive. It is happening next Sunday, the 20th, the Back to School Bash. So kids K through 12, come on through. They're going to have free haircuts. Girls are going to get their hair done. They will be giving out school supplies, will be distributed, and a laptop giveaway every hour.
Yeah.
And also the physicals that'll be done for physicians, for you parents out there that've got sons and daughters who is going to be playing football or soccer or running track or whatever it may. Well, wait, ain't no track season right now, but
you have to have the physical now. If you get it now, it goes throughout the whole school year. So.
Yeah, so this is an incredible service that you all are offering. So big ups to New Light.
We're glad to do it. We've been doing it for 3 years, so this is our third annual Back to School Bash, and I just wanted to make sure that the community knew that, hey, it's a place where you can go if there's that extra cost can really make you adjust your finances.
Indeed.
So parents, come out. It's going to be a great time. We've got DJs, the DJ that will be in the house. We got some fun activities while they wait, and it'll be a great time of fellowship.
Indeed. Where can they go get more information?
You can go to our website, newlight.org, NEWLIGHT.org, for more information on the Back to School Bash, or you can call our church at 281-875-4448.
Dr. Irishea Hilliard,
Thank you.
the senior pastor designate at New Light Church. Thank you for coming through.
They're transitioning me into the pastoral role. Next year, my father is going to release the senior pastor role. He's going to focus on some other things, and I will officially be the senior pastor of New Light Church.
Okay. The good Reverend Doctor. Thank you, Dr. I.
Bless you.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth, welcoming from the Houston Black Heritage Festival, the lovely Amanda Sapp. Good morning.
Hey, good
How you
morning,
doing?
Good morning.
And
How
pull
are
that
you?
mic up. And you brought someone with you?
I did. I brought Mr. Black Mama Made It, my cousin, Kenneth Sapp. He's here with me today.
Good morning. Hey, pull that mic up so we can hear you now.
He's going to be a vendor at the event, actually, so that's another reason.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it. This is this the third?
Yes.
This is the third annual Houston Black Heritage Festival. Music and Arts Festival, excuse me, that goes down at Discovery Green.
Right.
So let's talk about it.
Sure,
What
sure.
exactly is the Houston Black Heritage Music and Arts Festival?
Well, let me just go from the beginning. Again, my name is Amanda Sapp with ASAP Productions and Covenant Connections PR and Events, and I'm the vendor coordinator for the event for the Houston Black Heritage Music and Arts Festival. And yes, this is the third year that we are celebrating, and I've been there every year that they've had it. I've been a part of it, and I'm very proud to say so. It's an amazing experience for everybody involved. So the first year they brought Mint Condition.
Yeah.
That was a sold out show.
Yeah. Last year was Monica.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
I remember I was out there.
You think sometimes you think about the people that are performing like,
and it
man,
rains.
they're knocking this, or who's going to come to see whoever. Those people were out there for Mint Condition. When Mint Condition came, the lines was all the way outside of the Discovery.
And they were out there for Monica last year too, in the rain.
In the rain.
Yeah, I was there. I remember. I got soaked.
Quite an experience.
It was.
That was just the first
It was great.
year. So the tone was already set. The tone was set for what the Houston Black Heritage Festival is and was going to be. So Richard Andrews had a vision, he's the founder. He had a vision for it, and I think it was accomplished. I think he did that. And again,
what do you think the inspiration behind it was?
So I understand his story to be somewhat rags to riches type situation. And so I think it was hard for him in school, and I think he had some personal issues that just made him decide, I'm not going to let my personal issues stop me from creating something amazing. And I think he graduated from he got some kind of certificate recently, some kind of diploma or something. And that was just a step in the direction for him to say, I'm going to do something for my city. I'm going to give back to my community. And that's what the Houston Black Heritage Festival, Music and Arts Festival is. It was a way for him to give back. So I think it's been encouraging for him to move forward. Which is why there was a second year, and now there's a third year.
Yeah, and each year is getting bigger and bigger.
The last year they had Monica.
Yeah.
So, it just keeps getting better. And I think his heart is in it. So that may be why it gets better. I think when you put passion in something, you can't fail. So.
No doubt. You're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to Amanda Sapp from the Houston Black Heritage Art and Music Festival. She brought her cousin Kenneth with. You're going to be one of the vendors there.
Yes, sir. I'm going to be a food vendor. It's called Like Mama Made It. Basically, we're serving Creole food. Come on out. Check us out.
Yeah. For people who are listening, are there still opportunities
Absolutely.
are you all still needing vendors?
Well, we want it. We want everyone to attend. Need is such a strong word, but we do want as many people to participate as they possibly can, that we can fit into the space. At Discovery Green, of course, yes, it is huge, but they are selective. He didn't want just any old, rinky dink. I don't know if I can say that, but we are selective. So we want people to put in their application, which I can give that email address out.
Absolutely.
At HoustonHeritageFest.com. You can actually submit your application that way or request one, and we can get it to you. You can also go to the Facebook page and submit a request or comment that you would like more information about being a vendor that way as well. So
now, is there a certain criteria to become a vendor? Since you said that you all are selective,
there's no criteria, but as far as you just need to have your permits because they're going to ask you for that. You just make sure you have your permits to be able to attend, and you need to pay your fee. And look the part. Be ready because it's a huge festival. You want to be able to make sure you're prepared to handle the thousands of people that are going to be is
Yeah. So when is the Houston Black Heritage
Black
Arts
Heritage Festival is Saturday, September 30th. There is a youth zone, so that means kids are allowed.
Yeah.
And that's from 12 to 6, and then there's a main stage. And that's where Eric Benet is headlining, and it's going to be from 2 to 10.
So you guys got Eric Benet. Yeah.
We've got everything you can, if you're a family type situation, you can bring your family, bring the kids, bring all that good stuff.
It is a great time. I mean, I've been to the last two. I've been to the inaugural one and last year, and I'm sure we will be in the house this year since you got a friend of mine, and I can actually that's weird. Like I can actually say that he's a friend.
Who's your friend?
Eric Benet.
Eric Benet's your friend. Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Eric Benet, who's going to be the friend to the Quiet
He's
Storm.
He's a good performer, you know?
Yeah,
he's
an incredible
He's an artist.
Yeah.
You know?
Musician, a vocalist, like he's and cool people.
Yeah, right.
You know,
right,
just cool, just down people. So I can't wait to see him talk about this Jay-Z line on on the Never Go Eric Benet line. I almost let the baddest girl get away.
Right.
Never Go Eric Benet.
Right.
But Eric Benet, that's going to be great. But more importantly, also with the festival, you all do scholarships, correct?
Yes, there's a lot of big things that they're doing this year that is for the first time. So they've actually partnered with attorney Rodney Jones and Compassion International. They are going to be giving away scholarships for the festival this year. So let me say it right. They're going to be providing scholarships to local HBCU students.
Ah, okay.
So, you know,
very
again,
specific.
It's big things. You want to be a part of the experience. You want to be a part of what the Houston Black Heritage Festival has to offer. Like I said before, Richard Andrews had a vision, and is moving forward with that vision.
Yeah. So save the date.
He's doing a great job. He's got a lot of people involved to help make it spectacular. So those moving parts, one in particular, Day Edwards, it's the Day Edwards Agency. She's a PR for this event. And so she set this interview up. You know, we're excited to have the people that they do have involved to be a part of it. So
absolutely.
You know.
Well, we're excited for you guys. Save the date for Saturday, September 30th.
Right, September 30th.
At Discovery Green.
At Discovery Green.
Yep, it is the Houston Black Heritage Music and Arts Festival.
Right.
For more information, they can go to
the website at www.houstonblackheritagefestival.com.
And then what's your social? I know y'all on social media because that's where everybody goes.
Oh, absolutely. They can just type in Houston Black Heritage Festival and find information there on Facebook. So you can. There's no way you can miss it. All of the information is there. Social media, Instagram, Facebook. Again, you just type in Houston Black Heritage Festival and you'll see everything you need to know about the event. Go to the website. Go to www.houstonblackheritagefestival.com. Get in tune with us because, again, when you're giving away certain things like scholarships to HBCU, that's something you don't want to miss. You'll need to find out how you can be a part of it next year, you know, and the year after. This is something that's not going away. The Black Heritage Festival is something that we as a people need to come together and support. So, I don't want to get too heavily deep into that, but it's definitely something you want to.
Well, I mean, of course. I mean, you're not getting too heavily deep. I mean, it's true. We should get out and support our own,
right,
and do that. And so, I thank you for stopping through and letting us know about the festival happening at the end of September.
I do want to make sure I do mention. I think I've already said it before, but Attorney Rodney Jones, he's been a great support. I want to make sure I mention that again, that the partnership with him involving himself with the Black Heritage Festival has been nothing but phenomenal. So we appreciate his support in the event as well. So
no doubt.
Again,
thank you, Attorney Jones,
for having us.
You are so very welcome. So save the date, Saturday, September 30th at Discovery Green, the Houston Black Heritage Festival, the Houston Black Heritage Music and Arts Festival.
Right.
Let me say that right.
Right.
Headlining the show that night, Eric Benet. There's going to be just a lot going on down at Discovery Green. They're going to have vendors, so there'll be plenty to eat. They'll have the kids zones. It's a good time. It's always a great time. So you and the family join us on Saturday the 30th. Amanda.
Yes.
Thank you for stopping by.
Hey, KG Smooth, thank you for having us. We appreciate you and we thank you.
No, you are so very welcome. And thank you for listening to Access Houston.
We'll be back with more Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.